In this video, I'm going to show you how to solve simple equations using addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. For this first example, we have x minus 7 equals negative 6, and the goal here is to solve for x. In other words, we need to get x all by itself on one side of the equal sign. To make this happen, I need to undo the subtraction here of minus 7. In order to do that, I need to perform the opposite operation of subtracting, which is to add 7. But to keep the equation balanced, I need to add 7 to the right side of this equation as well. The next step is to complete the operations. Negative 7 and positive 7 combine to make a zero pair, so they will cancel each other out, leaving the x all by itself on the left side of this equation, which you remember was the goal. Looking at the right side now, negative 6 combined with positive 7 is positive 1. So the solution to x is that it equals positive 1. The last step in completing this equation is to check the solution of x equals positive 1. To do this, we need to use substitution, which means that we will replace the x with the solution of positive 1. Now we will complete the operation on the left side here of 1 minus 7, which equals negative 6. And looking at the right side, we have just negative 6. Since both sides have the same value of negative 6, we know the solution of x equals positive 1 is correct. For this next example, we need to solve for w. Since we have 6 being added to the w here, we need to undo the addition by subtracting 6 on both sides of this equation. And looking at this right side, we see again that we have a zero pair of positive 6 and negative 6, so they just cancel each other out, leaving the w on the right side of this equation. Looking at the left side, we have positive 1 minus 6, which equals negative 5. So the solution for w is negative 5. Now let's finish this equation by checking the solution w equals negative 5. We will use substitution again by replacing the w with negative 5, and then bring down the rest of this equation. Now looking at the right side of negative 5 plus 6, that equals positive 1. And we can see that the left side is also positive 1. So this equation is balanced, and the solution for w equals negative 5 is correct. In this third example, we have a fraction of negative 3/4 being multiplied to the variable n. So for this equation, we need to undo the multiplication. But since we have a fraction here, in order to undo the multiplication, we just need to multiply this fraction by its reciprocal of negative 4/3. And don't forget, we need to multiply this right side of the equation by negative 4/3 as well to keep it balanced. Now, looking at the left side, we can cross-cancel the 4's and the 3's, and that will leave the n all by itself on the left side. And then looking at the right side, we need to change this negative 2 into a fraction first by placing a 1 in the denominator. And then we can multiply the numerators, negative 2 times negative 4 to get positive 8, and 1 times 3 is 3. So the solution for n is positive 8/3, or we can choose to simplify it since it is an improper fraction by dividing 8 by 3 to get 2 2/3. The last step for this equation is to check the solution of 8/3 for n. To do this, we will use substitution again to replace the n with the solution of 8/3. Now we can multiply the numerators first. Negative 3 times positive 8 is negative 24, and then 4 times 3 is 12. If we simplify this improper fraction, we will get negative 2, which is the same value on the right side of this equation. So we know the solution of 8/3 will keep this equation in balance. For this last example, I wanted to show you how to solve an equation where the mathematical constant of pi is being multiplied to a variable that you need to solve for, which in this case is x. Since pi is being multiplied to x, we need to undo the multiplication by dividing by pi on both sides of the equation to keep it in balance. Looking at the left side, we can cancel the pi's, leaving us with just the x. And then cancel the pi's on the right side here, leaving just the 3. So our solution for x is x equals 3. All we have left to do is to check this solution. We will substitute our solution of 3 in place of x, then bring down the rest of this equation. Now we just multiply pi times 3, which equals 3 pi, and bring down the 3 pi from the right side, and we can see that our equation is in balance and our solution of x equals 3 is correct. I hope this video was helpful. Be sure to watch these videos next where you can continue to explore, learn, and excel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.